Welcome to Samuelsdottir channel. Kevin Samuels was truly a truth seeker, and after many years of educating both men and women of all races, but particularly those of African descent, in the art of navigating the ever-complex dating world, he was sadly ripped from our lives as he was called back home to the Almighty in 2022. Some of us, myself included, instinctively recognized the truth of his message. Many found his message rather unpalatable. I am hoping with this channel to make his message that little bit more digestible in a more feminine and softer manner. I hope this helps my sisters in the Black community who saw him as an enemy. Being Black myself, I hope I can bridge that gap. And oh, by the way, my father was also called Samuel, so in a twist of fate, I pay tribute with this channel to my father, who is also where Kevin has gone. I love how the Icelandic have a way of acknowledging someone's daughter in the same way as someone's son. So I appropriate the Icelandic way to find a suitable name for my channel, Samuelsdottir, Samuel's daughter. Enjoy the video.
Pretty women think they can have it all.
Why not? The guys are very specific and picky, so why can't women be specific and picky?
What does your father say about that?
Nothing. I haven't really asked that. I never talked to him about this.
You were raised by your dad. You have any brothers?
Yeah, I have 4 brothers.
So he raised you guys to be the same. He raised y'all exactly the same.
He raised 2 of us. He raised only just
he raised you and your brother. You and your brother played football. He raised y'all the same.
No. He could do. He was able to do more.
So when ladies like yourself come in saying, "Well, why can't we? Men do." We're men. You're not. It's a double standard.
You're right. We wasn't raised the same. He was able to do more, and I couldn't. I couldn't do certain things.
Okay.
But what does that have to do with me, with women being wanting certain things from a man and being picky? I don't like to use that term picky, but
you can want whatever you want. But the question always comes down with women: are you hot enough to get it?
Well, I look a mess now, but I think I am.
Okay.
I am very tempted to just name this video Penis Envy. Honestly. Yeah, it's a very important point, this one. If the men can do it, why can't we?
How old are you?
No makeup. I think I'm doing okay.
How old are you?
32.
Any children?
1 son.
Were you married to his father?
Did I marry his father? No, we're not together. I left him. I was 20 when I had my son.
So you think that a 32-year-old mother of a 12-year-old can get out here and be picky when it comes to men?
Yeah, because it's hard to love a man, and I have to deal with a lot. Men put you through a lot. So I figure if I'm going to choose, I want to choose right. I just don't want to choose anything.
Okay, how tall are you?
5'2".
Dress size?
An 8.
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
146. No. That's too big.
If you're actually 5'2" and a dress size 8, a dress size 4. But okay, why do you think you can be picky? You're 32, which is not 22. You're not a young thing. You're a middle-aged woman when it comes to marriage. You're an older woman when it comes to marriage. When you're approaching middle age, okay? Would you agree or disagree?
Well, I have to say I don't agree that 32 is middle age, for the record. I disagree with Kevin Samuels here. But anyway, didn't he hear the answer to his question? Why do you think you can be picky? Kevin Samuels, the answer is men are too difficult to love. Don't you know it?
Middle age is kind of
I said you're approaching middle age.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm definitely older. I know that. I know I'm not a young girl anymore.
What's the average age of death for women? It's around 76, okay. 78. So middle age would be 39 or 30 or 76. It would be 30. Yeah, you're approaching middle age. But what we do know is you're not in your youth, okay? Mm-hmm. And as far as marriage goes, you're definitely an older woman for marriage. Marriage is a younger woman's game. That's women getting married at 22, 23, 24, 25. The median age where women actually signed the certificate is 27.8. That didn't mean they got started dating right there. And you're 5 years past that, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Then we have to factor in the fact that you have a child, which significantly impacts your overall sexual marketplace value. A 12-year-old boy.
13.
That lowers your value as well.
Maybe this is an unfair question, but is that 13-year-old boy also hard to love? This is the problem that having such gender discriminatory beliefs causes. If you think men in general are hard to love, do you look at your son with a side eye?
And then debate, and then it starts in there. Why you and his father didn't marry? Why y'all aren't together? All kind of things, man. And you say men put you through a lot. No, that's not. You can't expect us as men out here in the public to pay for your bad decisions and bad choices in men. Mm-hmm. You have a son. Would you want him to deal with a woman who expected your son to pay for all the bad choices men she chose?
No.
Well, we're somebody's son.
But why do you feel like he'll be paying for the bad choices?
Because you said men put you through a lot. The men out here in the world, you don't know them.
But when I say that, it's because I'm going off by experience, so I know what
exactly your experience. Your experience. That's a man you dealt with. I'm talking about the men in front of you. You have no experience with them. So you want to be picky with these men because the men you've experienced put you through a lot. That's your problem.
So it must be said that this woman is at least honest, because when she's asked to consider her son's feelings in an event where some other woman would try to treat him badly, she honestly gave an answer showing her loyalty to her son. Now, we don't expect her to do anything else, but some women actually do try and dodge this question. I've seen this in a previous video. So at least she's honest. Bravo to her. Kevin makes a very important point, which is, let's not make Peter pay for Paul's mistake. This is exactly what she's doing, and he's trying to educate her on this point. So I think it's a good lesson here. She's had bad experiences, but not every man that she's going to meet in the future is the same as the previous men she met before.
But they're usually all the same.
So maybe the ones you date are.
Maybe. There's not many options. That's another thing.
Oh, there are plenty of options. 51% of black men are single and childless. 64% are in the middle class. See what they're not.
But a lot of them are ugly.
Oh, no. First off, check that. Because you start that shit, I'm gonna get real raw with you. I'm gonna get real raw with you. Check that shit. Because I have not made any presumptions about looks or anything with you, so I'm not going to insult men.
You can't. I look a mess now, but I don't think I have to settle with a man that I don't find
Okay,
handsome.
let's do it. What would you rate yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? Just your face. You cannot use 7.
A 10.
Oh, poor baby. Now let's try this again.
So I'm not.
You are not the most beautiful woman in the world. Cosmopolitan ain't trying to get you to be on the cover. People ain't deemed you one of the most beautiful women in the world. So let's go.
So what would you rate me?
I asked you. Since you want to bring looks about men into it, I'm asking you. What would you rate yourself? And the first thing out of your mouth was a lie. A 10. You ain't nobody's 10.
What you say?
First thing you came out of your mouth, you said you're a 10, and you're not a 10.
My face is not a 10. I don't have no makeup on, and my hair is not done, and this is all real hair.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right.
I think I'm definitely a 10.
Cool. I bet you do. So when was the last time you did any runway modeling or print modeling?
I've never been involved in that.
Why not? 10s, that's what 10s do.
Not all 10s.
Oh, yeah. Not all 10s, but you know what? You live in New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. See, when you're a 10, people discover you at the bank, at the bodega, at the gym.
That happened when I was younger. My father.
Yeah. Okay, and we're going to keep on moving. You're not a 10. You're living in, and a lot of you ladies just say this shit because
I'm not a 10.
You're not. You're not a 10.
What would you rate me as? My face.
I'm not gonna. No, you're not a 10 because you're rating yourself up there with Rihanna and Halle Berry when she was young. That's where you're rating yourself. Up there with Diane Carroll. That's where you're rating yourself.
What you mean?
Charlize Theron. With Halle Berry in the 90s. Charlize Theron, Diane Carroll. You're ranking yourself up there with the Rihannas of the world. That's where you're ranking yourself.
You've seen Rihanna without no makeup, right?
I see you. And see, this is part of the issue. The part of the issue is women like yourself have all this attitude, thinking that you're way up here to where you're going to judge men and saying men are this or that. Men, there are no men. 51% of black men are single and childless. 64% in the middle class. It is harder for a black man to find a woman that's working with no children than it is for a black woman to find a black man that's working with no kids. Most of you come with somebody's kid attached to you. And then you got the nerve to walk around when you're unfit, overweight, out of shape, and looking average, cute, or whatever, thinking you're way up here judging men who have more to offer than you do, and have the nerve to talk about your picky.
Well, Mr. Samuels gave her at least 2 warnings, so I can't really blame him for his total takedown of her aesthetic qualities, shall we say, her beauty. Now, it is well known, one shouldn't make fun of a woman's beauty. This is our crowning glory. But she thought she could take down men's beauty. Men don't care about their beauty. This is what she doesn't realize. She was saying, but they are ugly. That's not important to a man. It would hurt him more if she said, they are poor. But she didn't know about this because right at the beginning, remember, she didn't understand that men and women have different values. So I'm afraid I have no sympathy about the takedown.
But shouldn't I be attracted to him? Even if you don't feel like I'm a 10, shouldn't I be attracted to my man physically? No. Why can't I be attracted to him? Why is something wrong?
Well, here's the thing. You keep asking me. Here's the thing. This is why you ladies got it confused. That's why y'all end up dying alone. Because you've been told you could have it all. You cannot have it all. Men aren't supposed to be the attractive ones. You are.
Mm-hmm.
Men are supposed to be the providers, protectors, prophet, priests. That's what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to be the cute one of the group. You are. You're supposed to be the feminine, beautiful, inspirational one, the cooperative one, the submissive one. That's what you're supposed to be. But yet, many of you ladies want men to be women, and it don't work. And I'm talking to a woman who's already got a child from another man. and you're talking about being picky.
But you know, that goes by natural. That's natural for me. I've tried to settle for a man that wasn't physically attractive.
Settle. Did you go to college?
Yeah, I have my master's degree.
Okay.
I'm a PhD.
Let me explain something to you. You don't need to settle for a man who's an average man or better. I don't know why you have to keep somebody settled. Somebody will settle for you. Just because you have a master's doesn't improve your sexual marketplace value. You can make $300,000 a year.
About my education, that's why I brought it up.
No. I mean, no, and that's cool. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't increase your overall appeal to a man. You could have a master's, a GED. It's all the same when it comes to men initially. And we talk about, you come in here saying something about, I tried to settle for this, and the men are ugly. I'm like, well, and how old are you? 32?
33.
33. How'd you get to be so bitter?
I'm bitter? Why you say that?
You sound like you don't. Well, how do you think you're speaking about men?
Well, all I said is that I want to be physically attracted to him, and you remember down my.
No. You said you said that there are not a lot of men out here. No, you said that there are not a lot of men out here. That's what you said. So how is that speaking about men? Is that a positive or a negative?
It's not negative.
Okay, hold on. Use your masters. Let's do some logic.
I have to admit, I didn't think she was bitter either at the start of this video, until she was asked the question, how do you feel about men? How do you consider your thoughts on men? Do you think it's negative or positive? And she thought her attitude towards men is not negative. That astounds me. I don't think it's the same as being bitter. But not even seeing that you're being negative towards men, that's kind of surprising. And I think the disdain goes so deep that many women don't even realize their contempt for men. That's rather sad.
There are not a lot of men out here, which means that there's a deficit, meaning that there's not enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a positive thing or a negative thing?
That's a negative thing.
Then you're speaking about men in a negative way. As if they're not a lot of options. No, there are plenty of options. The thing is, you just might not qualify for them. You talk about New York City. I lived in New York City. I'm possibly moving back there. And New York City has a tremendous amount of eligible men. But because you can't get one doesn't mean they don't exist.
You mean that I don't want to settle for one?
No. The men that you seem to look around and see in your eyesight seem to be beneath your expectations. But you cannot tell me that that's all that's in New York City, because I know for a fact, I was just there last month, there are plenty of well-to-do, attractive, successful men in New York. But are they trying to date you?
I don't see them. I don't be around.
What borough do you live in?
Well, I work in, that's another thing. I don't meet men like that.
What borough do you work in?
I work in Manhattan, but Harlem.
So, in the largest city in the United States, before Corona, listen. Before coronavirus, New York freaking city, the largest city in the United States, and you're going to tell me that there are no successful, attractive, available, eligible men in New York City? You are out of your mind.
Most of them are with somebody already. They want you to be like the second girl, like the side chick.
Listen, folks. Listen. Pay close attention. See, here's the waiting to exhale bullshit. Now we're going to get to subjective truth and my truth. Again, just like last night. I can't, because I can't find them, because I don't qualify for them. They're either gay, down low, or in jail. Instead of saying, you know what? These guys exist. They just ain't trying to check for a 32-year-old mother of a 13-year-old who's a 6, maybe.
I'm not a 6.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with you. It's not the point.
I'm not going to take offense to it. I think this is...
Well, you can't really take offense to it, man, because here's the thing. You live in a city where some of the most successful men on the planet are. Men who are making millions of dollars a year. And if you're saying that they don't exist, that's just simply not true. Hold on. They're just not approaching you.
I suppose there's a sense of scarcity from both sides, from men and women in the dating market. But here, Kevin is slowly bringing her to the realization that she is not the most attractive. She could make herself more attractive, but she's not the prize because of her age now, 32, 33. Yes, it's a bit older. Yes, I agree. It's not that bad, however, but it's really the son, the 13-year-old son. Again, for the right man, it doesn't really matter. But she's just not seeing it, and she's insisting she's a 10. Even I don't think she's a 10, and I'm generally quite generous with respect to beauty to my fellow women.
They're not approaching you. Because, see, you're the same kind of woman that will turn around and say, well, yeah, but when you do find them, they're with a white woman. Or well, if they be a white woman, why ain't they with you?
I've never said that they're with a white woman. Usually the men I meet are usually like already involved with somebody, or they're like bisexual on the low or something like that.
So you would so just saying that way? Because, see, again, you're basically trying to make it the problem is the men. Again, audience, listen. Every time she talks about men, it's never about her. It's, well, he's involved. Or if he's not involved, they're bisexual. They're trying to make it seem like the world is just full of just gay men. Like there are no heterosexual, attractive, available, high value, or productive, competitive, successful men. You're out of your mind. They exist. They exist.
Yeah, I know they exist.
And then if they exist, then why aren't they checking for you?
Well, when do they see me?
They see you when you leave your house.
Not over here.
So to summarize, she is unable to accept the fact that it is she that is not attracting the men around her, and they are simply just ghosting her in the sense that they don't even approach her. So, it's not that they are gay, it's not that they are with other women, it's not that they are too poor, it's not that they are too ugly. She has work to do to be able to enter into the dating world in a good and positive light, and she's not there yet. It's not too late. I must leave it here and wish you farewell. Have a great evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. Take care.